In the frozen silence of the Arctic wilderness, where the biting cold reigns supreme and life clings to existence by the thinnest of threads, a haunting figure emerges, a polar bear, gargantuan and majestic, yet marred by a grotesque, oozing nightmare etched into its white fur. Across its broad flank, a horrific wound sprawls, a twisted hive carved into flesh and fur, buzzing with an unholy infestation of bees. This is no ordinary injury or a tale of predator and prey. It is a dark, visceral testament to the bizarre intersections of nature's cruelty and survival. At first glance, one might find it incomprehensible. Bees, those tiny, seemingly benign architects of honeycombs, infesting the body of an apex predator of the Arctic ice. But here, amid the relentless frost and unyielding solitude, a peculiar and macabre symbiosis reveals itself. The wound, raw and glistening, is not merely a festering scar, but an evolving ecosystem. By some cruel twist, the bees, likely displaced or driven from their native habitats by the tumultuous ripple of climate change, have taken refuge within the massive, vulnerable host. The honeycomb, dark and sticky with secretions, throbs with life, a stark contrast to the cold desolation around it. The bees crawl relentlessly, their bodies glistening with viscous nectar and blood, sapping the bear's strength while their buzzing creates a chilling soundtrack of doom. This infestation is more than just a physical grievance. It is a brutal microcosm of nature's intricate, yet merciless balance. Beneath the frozen expanse of the Arctic, where survival itself is a brutal challenge, an unthinkable horror is unfolding. A polar bear, king of this icy kingdom, lies wounded, not by another predator or a hunt gone wrong, but by a grotesque invader clinging to its flesh snakes. Imagine the purity of a white giant marred by twisting, writhing serpents burrowing relentlessly into its thick skin, their scales slipping between tufts of fur, their fangs sinking deeply into tissue already raw from infection. This is not the stuff of fairy tales or tropical nightmares. It's a grim reality born from a bizarre chain of ecological collapse. The wound is a ghastly spectacle, a festering crater riddled with serpentine movements. The snakes are no native Arctic squall, but an invasive scourge, their introduction traced back to an inexplicable migration, or worse, human destruction introducing subtropical species far beyond their traditional range. These serpents entwine beneath the bear's pelt, secreting venom and bacterial sludge that turns the open sores into swirling black pits of decay. The bear shivers, a monstrous silhouette trembling under the weight of pain and parasites, its mighty paws unable to fend off the insidious crawl approaching vital organs. This infestation is a tale woven of nature's imbalance, a quiet calamity masked by the Arctic's pristine surface. These snakes don't just feed on the bear's blood. They are rewriting the predator-prey equation, tipping the scales toward a grotesque new horror. Each bite injects pathogens that dissolve tissue. In the shadowy heights of the Himalayas, where the air is thin and the landscape is a breathtaking tapestry of snow and stone, a snow leopard prowls. This majestic creature, often dubbed the ghost of the mountains, embodies grace and power. Yet, beneath its stunning exterior lies a harrowing tale of survival marred by a grotesque affliction. Imagine, if you will, a parasitic flower, its tendrils burrowing into the snow leopard's flesh, a ghastly sight that evokes both horror and fascination. This flower, known as Rafflesia, is notorious for its ability to latch onto unsuspecting hosts, siphoning nutrients and leaving behind a gaping wound that festers and weeps. The snow leopard, a symbol of the wild, now bears the scars of nature's cruel design, a living testament to the brutal realities of life in the unforgiving mountains. As we delve deeper into this dark narrative, we encounter another unsettling phenomenon. In the vast, untamed wilderness, where the sun casts long shadows over the rolling plains, a bison roams, a majestic creature of strength and resilience. But today, this noble beast bears a gruesome mark of nature's darker side, a horrific wound, a gaping hole where a wasp nest has taken root. The sight is shocking, a visceral reminder of the brutal realities of life in the wild. As the camera zooms in, the viewer is drawn into the unsettling world of parasitism, where survival often comes at a terrible cost. The bison, once a symbol of power, now stands as a canvas for nature's most grotesque artistry, its flesh marred by the relentless invasion of wasps. These tiny, buzzing marauders, often overlooked in their mundane existence, have found a perfect host in the bison. The wasps, driven by instinct, lay their eggs within the soft tissue of the animal, a process that is as horrifying as it is fascinating. As the larvae hatch, they feast on the living flesh, creating a grotesque symbiosis that leaves the bison in agony. The wound festers, a gory testament to the wasp's insatiable hunger, while the bison, weakened and tormented, struggles to maintain its place in the ecosystem. This dark dance of life and death unfolds in the shadows of the grasslands, where the line between predator and prey blurs into a chilling reality. As we delve deeper into this unsettling phenomenon, we uncover the intricate web of life that binds all creatures together. The wasps, often seen as mere nuisances, play a crucial role in the ecosystem, their life cycle a reminder of nature's relentless drive to survive. Yet, the bison's suffering raises profound questions about the balance of life. In a world where humans often impose their will on nature, in the vast, unforgiving plains, a lone buffalo stands, its powerful frame a testament to survival against the harshness of nature. Yet, a hideous spectacle mars this creature. A grotesque honeycomb wound sprawls across its flank, like the eerie architecture of a trophic nightmare. This festering cavity, riddled with open sores, is no accidental scar, but a theater where parasites stage their grim ballet. As you peer closer, the surface undulates with life, tiny, writhing invaders burrowing deep into fleshy corridors, exploiting the buffalo's flesh as their own personal banquet hall. This is not just injury, it is an ecosystem of decay and hunger where the lines between host and parasite blur into a nightmarish symbiosis. The wound's honeycomb structure forms as multiple abscessed holes merge, a result of incessant infestation by blood-sucking and flesh-consuming parasites. Fly larvae, or botflies, are primary culprits, as their eggs hatch beneath the skin, and the maggots feast voraciously on the living tissue. Each singular cell of the honeycomb appears as a grotesque hive, housing dozens of these larvae. They dig tunnels in the flesh, creating a maze of destruction that is both horrifying and strangely methodical. The buffalo's immune system in the shadowy recesses of the Arctic, a lone polar bear trudges across a bleached landscape, its stark white fur standing in haunting contrast to the deepening reds and purples of its horrific honeycomb wound. Nature, in this grim tableau, reveals a story of survival and suffering, of predation, not just from the elements but also from life itself. The bear, once the regal monarch of ice and snow, now bears a grotesque emblem of despair. The wound is not merely a gash or scrape. It is a festering lattice of flesh, a reminder of the relentless cruelty that can arise in the natural world, where even the strongest can become prey to infection and infestation. This gruesome injury has attracted an unsettling horde of barnacles, small creatures that thrive in marine environments, but now cling to the bear's body like unsightly growths on a decaying shipwreck. These barnacles drill into the polar bear's skin, adhering to muscles and tendons, feeding off the very life force of their unwilling host. As each barnacle burrows deeper, the bear experiences an